Drake just made Valentine's Day a whole mood, and you're about to find out why. Look, I'm not here to waste your time, so let me cut straight through the noise. Drake, yes, that Drake, just flipped the entire game on its head, and if you're not paying attention right now, you're already behind. February is supposed to be about flowers and chocolates, right?
Wrong.
The Sixth God just turned it into a full-blown takeover, and honestly, it's the kind of move that separates legends from everybody else trying to keep up.
So here's what went down.
Drake woke up one morning and decided that Valentine's Day needed his stamp on it, not just musically, but literally everything. He dropped an entire merch collection exclusively on his Amazon warehouse storefront, and when I say this man came prepared, I mean he brought the whole arsenal. We're talking heart-shaped puffer jackets that'll have you looking fly while staying warm in these streets. Custom conversation candies that probably say things way more interesting than "be mine," because let's be real, Drake's never been basic with his words. And get this, Valentine's Day cards that got the $PRYNEXT cosign. You know what that means? Even your love notes just got an upgrade. But before we go deeper into this rabbit hole, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for Celeb Clope right now. Because where else are you going to get this level of breakdown on everything hip-hop? Nowhere. That's where. Now back to business. This collection is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of $XY for you. And Drake being Drake, he couldn't just post a throwback Instagram story and call it a day.
Nah.
He had to make it an event. The lineup is stacked with everything from premium apparel to collectibles that are going to have resellers losing their minds by tomorrow morning. And if you think I'm exaggerating, you clearly don't know how Drake's fanbase moves when he drops anything, and I mean anything. Let's talk about what's actually in this collection because the details matter. Those heart-shaped puffers? They're not just cute. They're a statement. You're walking down the street in one of those, and people know you're tapped into something bigger than just fashion. You're part of a culture. You're riding with OVO. You get it. Then there's the nostalgia play, Free Weezy, t-shirts that take you back to a different era of hip-hop. Because Drake knows how to honor the lineage while building his own empire. That's what separates the greats from the good. They understand history, but they're too busy making future classics to get stuck in it. And can we talk about the Air Drake silk pillowcases for a second? Silk pillowcases. The man is selling silk pillowcases with his branding, and somehow it makes perfect sense. Because when you're Drake, even your sleep gotta be luxurious. Even your dreams gotta be on brand. That's the kind of attention to detail that keeps him at the top while others are still trying to figure out their first merch drop. The collection doesn't stop there though. We got branded hair clips, because apparently even your edges need to rep OVO now. Champagne confetti poppers for when you're celebrating whatever needs celebrating. Novelty items that probably range from the ridiculous to the "why didn't I think of that?" And all of it ties back into this larger narrative Drake's been building. This isn't random. Nothing Drake does is random. If you're still watching and you haven't subscribed to Celeb Clope yet, what are you even doing? Hit that button. This is where you stay ahead of the game, where you get the real story behind the headlines. Here's the bigger picture that most people are going to miss while they're busy either praising or hating on the merch. Drake just joined a very exclusive club. He's now rolling with artists like Beyoncé, Charli XCX, and the Backstreet Boys with official Amazon storefronts. Think about that for a second. Amazon, one of the biggest companies on the planet. And they're giving these artists direct access to millions of customers worldwide. That's not just about selling t-shirts and puffer jackets. That's about owning your distribution. That's about cutting out the middleman and going straight to the people who actually support your work. But Drake's not just sitting back, counting merch money. Oh no. Man is in full album mode. Iceman is coming. His 9th studio album. And if you've been following his career, you know that when Drake goes into that mode, the entire industry shifts. Everybody starts paying attention. Everybody starts adjusting their release schedules. Because they know what's about to happen. The Iceman rollout has been strategic, calculated, deliberate. All the things Drake's been doing since he figured out this game over a decade ago. He's been building anticipation, dropping hints, keeping people guessing. And now with this Valentine's Day merch drop, he's keeping his presence strong while we're all waiting for the main event. That's the chess game. That's how you stay relevant without even releasing new music yet. And let's keep it 100. This limited Valentine's drop probably won't last through the weekend. Drake's fan base is massive. Global. When he drops something, it moves fast. Real fast. So if you're thinking about copying something from this collection, you better move now before it's gone, and you're stuck watching it on resale sites for triple the price. What Drake understands better than most is that the space between albums matters just as much as the albums themselves. He's not going to disappear for 2 years and expect people to just be waiting when he gets back. He stays visible. He stays active. Whether it's merch drops, features, business moves, whatever, he maintains that presence. And that's why when Iceman finally drops, it's going to be an event. A cultural moment. Not just another album release. Make sure you're subscribed to Celeb Cloak because when that album hits, we're going to be breaking down every bar, every feature, every production choice. You don't want to miss that. Drake's ability to blend music rollouts with strategic merchandise drops isn't new, but he keeps perfecting it. He keeps finding new angles. He keeps his fans engaged between projects in ways that feel organic, not forced. That's the difference between longevity and being a flash in the pan. And Drake? Man's been proving his staying power for over 15 years now. So whether you're here for the music, the business moves, or just to see what Drake's gonna do next, you came to the right place. Celeb Cloak stays on top of everything happening in hip-hop. The drops, the drama, the deals, all of it. We break it down so you understand not just what happened, but why it matters. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your people who need to know what's really going on. And come back because trust me, this is just the beginning. Drake's got more coming. Hip-hop's got more coming. And we're going to be right here breaking it all down for you.
Stay locked in.